Well, I just picked up some Winterforce tires for Jeep. I'm just going to put these on the rear. I got Douglas Extra Track in the front and on all four tires, but actually one of them is going to go for a spare. I figured this would be fine for the rear, especially with the locker. I also want to compare these to the Douglas to see, how deep these really are. Now, these are directional tires, and that's really what this video is about, because you got directional tires, asymmetrical tires, and directional tires will pretty much, you could tell what the deal is with these. These will be rotating. This tire, this would be the front. This tire, you see what the tread is? This will be the front. What it does is as it spins, it knocks the snow in, actually usually for rain, but these are snow tires, rain out to the side. And you'll see it right here, big directional sign on it someplace, right here. Here's the directional sign, and it tells you direction, the direction itself. So that's one thing, that's one type. You make sure you mount them the right way. Now sometimes they even have, I think it's pretty rare, they'll have asymmetrical and directional all in one, which means they only go on the left or the right. Like these, you could put on the left or the right depending on how you mount them. So if I mounted this one, I flip it around, the way I mount it, it can go on the left or the right, because as long as this points front. And you can see that's how the design is. Basically it's designed so when it's rotating, the force of whatever's stuck in here will just go out and it'll self-clean and it'll keep gripping. So now these are Douglas. When people say Douglas, Walmart, Goodyear, but hey, made in USA, right? Not too many tires are made. I don't think those are made in USA. Those Winterforce, but they're good tires. Made in USA. Now, I know these go on these are asymmetrical tires. Usually there's a little bit bigger block on this side, and also this goes on the outside, but you'll see it'll be written on the inside, this side to the inside, or some words to that kind of effect. They're not directional, but one side has to go to the outside. One side has to go to the outside. These have a mud and snow rating, but these are not very good in snow. These are Douglas Performance tires. They're not too bad. They're okay on the Sebring. The Douglas Extra Track, I know people say don't buy those cheap tires, but I've never had any bad problems with them actually. They're on the front of the Sebring. I got the original Extra Track. I've used the Extra Track 2s. They're okay, I'd say, more for light cars because they're not built really strong with the sidewalls, but I never had any bad luck with these damn tires, man. And I know it's like a mixed bag, but you can see the majority of people actually rate these damn things okay. But these are asymmetrical. You'll see on the inside of this tire, it'll say this side to the inside. And you can usually tell because of this stuff. This goes to the outside. I think the Extra Tracks are like that too, and I mounted them that way. But even though I didn't see any writing on them, the guy told me to put the one side to the outside. There is a slight difference of pattern between inside and outside. And maybe that's the problem with the way these Douglas tires are, because some people bitch about them. And you never know, maybe the Walmart installers aren't doing that. Maybe they're not even aware, So I'm not a Walmart installer, I'm a self-installer. Maybe they're not even aware of what the hell goes on, which way they go. So that might be part of the problem, because the majority of people seem to like these tires, but the ones that hate them, hate them. It's not too many in-betweens, so something's going on. Well, here's the X-Track Douglas 2. Walmart, but Goodyear, made in USA. And here's the Firestones. The Firestones are more aggressive, and they got more siping on them. But like I said, these aren't really too bad if you're gonna choose an all-season tire for using in the winter, and you just that wouldn't be a bad tire, man. It's pretty damn aggressive. The other thing is, the guy over there told me, because he actually was a certified, he was one of the few over there that was certified. He said, even though it doesn't say anything, he said to put this side out with this, which is Douglas and has like this serrated edge it doesn't say anything where, you know, but if you look, yeah, it looks the same. Doesn't say anything on here like this side in, but this side, you see, it doesn't have that serrated edge. You don't put that on. He said to put this to the inside. I don't know if it makes a difference on the X-Track 2s, but it definitely does say that on the Douglas Performance tires. But these are, for winter tires, these Firestones are been rated not as good on ice as, like, say, Blizzaks or something, but Blizzaks will wear out really fast. Now, I'm down in Florida, but I plan to go up north. But then again, some of the roads down here, like, see, my road even in front of me 10 years ago was unpaved, and all the roads behind that, they were really bad. And actually, there's a lot of neighborhoods around here that are like that. In Florida, in Central Florida, no snow, but there's mud. And, you know, I might be taking that. I'll be putting these on in the back with the locker. They're same size, 215/70 15s. But I'm curious to see how these wear compared to these. I have a feeling that they'll wear about equal, even though these are winter tires, and they rate these at 45,000 miles. I don't know if people really get that many miles out of them, but probably a good 35,000. Let me put it to you this way: those Douglas are good for, they're good for a cheap tire. I definitely get these over any Chinese brand or some crap, that's for sure. And what I might do is, since I got a pair of slightly used Winterforce for the front-wheel drive car, put these in the front and put these in the back. You're not supposed to do that with all seasons in the back and winter tires in the front, but I don't plan to use it too much going up north. But these to me are aggressive enough that they would keep the car straight. You know, it's not a problem when you're putting them on a mainly rear-wheel drive. If you got them on a front-wheel drive, you don't want to put all seasons in the back and winter tires in the front. But these are aggressive enough. I think they keep the car straight. And also the rubber compound on these winter tires is more like, it's not as ice rated as a lot of other ones like the Blizzaks. But then again, these Winterforce tires wear very good. I've seen stuff where trucks driving them in gravel, they hold up really good. They're a harder rubber compound, so there's probably not much difference between a Douglas rubber compound, which is a Goodyear, and its Winterforce. So the wear characteristics and its snow and ice handling characteristics are probably not that different. So I might just go the cheap route, because I think it's with the tax, the sales tax and the tire tax, it's like $109 for two of them on a blue car. And I said, you know, I could put them on myself, the Chevy, because they're smaller. I got those winter tires online, delivered $136 for 215/70 15. That's why I picked them up. And I said, what the hell, I needed a spare, and I'll have one extra Douglas. One of them will come off the rim, one will go on the spare, and these two will be in the back. And yeah, this thing will be semi off-road ready, not for something serious, but I think these will handle mud very good because they're self-cleaning. But yeah, in the same size tire, you can tell these are not as aggressive as the Firestones. They're not as directional. They're not directional. The side blocks aren't anywhere near as aggressive, but these are pretty stout for freaking all seasons for sure. So these Winterforces are probably pretty good to put on the Samurai. The only thing I hate about them is they're not made in the USA. That's what I don't like about that shit. I don't know where they're made. I'll look up the code, actually, tell you what they are. Okay, right after the DOT, you see that WB. That's Costa Rica. Bridgestone Firestone plant of Costa Rica. And yeah, you can see the rotation right here. That's the rotation. So that WB is Costa Rica. And not too bad. This could be worse. And if you want to know the year, 15 is the year. It's 2015. So this is December 3rd, 2015. 36th week. So that's probably like the end of August. Probably not quite into September yet, but they're only a few months old, the manufacturer. See, these aren't old tires or anything. So a good deal for 136, huh? So anyway, get these bad boys on, and I'm probably going to get some. I might just get some Wally World tires for the back of that blue car right there. I don't really plan to be using it in snow or just in case, but I think these are aggressive enough to keep the car straight, even if you have a front-wheel drive car. And situation with a four-wheel drive that's primarily rear-wheel drive, and no problem, no problem. So good deals online.